So the girl on the label really does ride, huh?
Oh, yeah.
How long you been?
Juanita Carmack has always been a little different. She rides Harleys, isn't afraid to get her hands dirty, even makes deliveries on her own. Despite the success she's had with Taco Chic Salsa, Juanita says she needed some convincing to get her business started.
Once I made up my mind, it was really hard just coming to terms that I was actually going to just create this business. But once I made up my mind, I was tenacious about it. I never looked back.
Juanita says the name Taco Chick comes from when she used to sell her homemade tacos and salsa at a biker venue in North Idaho about 7 years ago. People called her the Taco Chick, and the name just stuck.
Because a lot of times when you say salsa, people go, oh, salsa, well, salsa.
A couple of years later, Juanita officially started selling her salsa. She says the salsa's unique flavor comes from a treasured family recipe that's over 100 years old. Juanita was giving away her salsa for years before a friend convinced her to sell it.
A friend of mine gave me the idea that your money's in your salsa. You really need to learn how to bottle it. Well, it turns out that in all my family, 3 generations back, my great-grandmother is the only one that bottled it. And nobody else has bottled the salsa but me. And this is another picture of my great-grandmother, my great-grandfather, and my grandpa. I didn't know my grandpa either, but I did know my grandpa's 2 brothers, which was their 2 sons also.
Her shop is filled with family history, pictures of ancestors who came before her, and you soon realize Juanita's salsa is a connection to her past, her culture, and who she is.
I knew all my aunts and uncles and raised with all their children in the 50s and 60s.
Are any of these kids still living?
The only ones living is my mother and this one, and she's in the picture that you guys got. You know that little picture? My Aunt Sally and my mother are the only ones living still. And this is the story, the history of it. We have the story on the back of every salsa jar. And this picture right here is on the back of every salsa jar. That's on our label with the story, with this exact story. Because we want people, when they have the salsa, we want them to be able to read it and say why this salsa it has a story behind it. It isn't just bottle it up and doesn't mean anything. There's meaning behind it. And I want people to feel. When we do store demos, I don't want it to be where you just feed people salsa. They don't know anything about it. I want you to talk to them, explain to them, this is a little bit of the history behind it, because a lot of times when you say salsa, people go, oh, salsa, well, salsa. Yeah, but this is local salsa, okay? And I don't know, I think that people feel the passion.
Yeah, this is like salsa. I mean, I feel the passion here. Like, this is like salsa with love.
Yeah, people feel that.
No, I mean, you can feel it when you come in here. Honestly.
I've brought people in here that I've gone to elementary school with. Actually, remember I said very few Mexican people in our community. Yeah. And I have friends in Tri-Cities come in here to visit me, have known me since 1st grade. Yeah. And they knew my parents, they knew my family growing up. And I have special songs that I put on that remind me of my dad the most. And they cry.
Yeah, this place makes you want to cry. Honestly,
they cry when they come in.
Like, because I don't know if it's like the love that emanates.
But I got a song to play for you then.
I know, I'm about to cry, girl. You're going to make me cry salsa love or something.
Yeah, well, it's something about, it's
something in here.
It's
I'm not
a feeling.
kidding. I feel like crying right now.
No, it's a feeling. You know why? It's a kindred spirit. It's a connection.
No, honestly, I do
because
feel
we do forget where, we do forget, because we're so busy, we do forget where we came from. Yes. We're not tired. We used to get tired. Just standing here for a couple hours, I used to be like, oh my God. Now I don't even feel it. It's not the thing.
While Juanita loves connecting with her past, she says the future is looking bright. She hopes to expand the brand into a national product. But for now, she's content with the fact that Taco Chic Salsa is in 2,500 stores regionally. She recently opened a small restaurant in her factory where you can get fresh tamales, rice and beans, and of course, the salsa.
What's your favorite dish on the menu?
So far, tacos.
What's your favorite thing about them?
Well, the flavoring, and they're very, the mixture, the amount of veggies, and the mixture of meat and veggies, and the The salsa, of course.
Must have been good because you ordered another one, huh?
Yes.
Like starting this business, it isn't really about Juanita and her salsa. What I've discovered doing a lot of store demos and farmers market and people trying and tasting, it makes people, remember I told you my dad said don't forget where you came from? I see people remembering. They have a recipe, spaghetti sauce, a pie recipe, a pickle recipe. It's not about Juanita, it's about people. I mean, it's really awesome to see people get excited.